Grace and poise is a skill. And I recognize that many of you perceive that my journey on this continent has been easy. It ain't. It ain't been easy. It ain't no crystal stair, okay? However, life, for those that desire more than the standard or the default, it's not easy. And so my life journey has allowed me to thrive in this experience of having fortitude and courage and ambition and, you know, the get back up game. But I have made some mistakes. And I share my mistakes. I don't necessarily share the challenges day to day. Why? Because life, if you are lucky, will challenge you. It's meant to challenge you. That means you are not in your comfort zone. So for anyone just thinking it's all willy-nilly and it's cute, hey, I keep it real cute and I'll continue to keep it real cute. But in this video, I want to talk to you about how to avoid some mistakes in this journey and what you can do to do that, right? Some tangible tools. So welcome to the channel. My name is Ashley. On my channel, Ashley in Africa, I talk about living and doing business here on the continent of Africa. I currently live in South Africa. This is my second country. I'm going into my 4th year of living on the continent, and it's been a beautiful experience. Since being here, I have built the Africa Investors Academy, which is a global community of like-minded entrepreneurs building remote and location-independent businesses for the growth of Africa. We're building tourism businesses, personal and professional development businesses, exporting businesses, agri-businesses, and service-based businesses so that we can bring our core skill set to the continent and support growth, right? Support growth, support economic development, and also support ourselves, right? Our families and our communities. So if you have an interest in this type of content, you find it valuable, like this video, share it with someone who finds value, and subscribe. We're on our way to 50K and then beyond. So don't make these mistakes. And as I mentioned, we're building businesses in those areas. And for many of you guys, maybe you know, I failed at my first business venture. It was a coffee business, knew nothing about coffee, knew nothing about exporting, knew nothing about coffee. And I was like, I'm gonna do this because this is different and I'm gonna challenge myself, and I failed. Don't make that mistake. Focus on what you know. Focus on what you know, get really industry specific and grow in that. Once I did that, and honestly, the game changed for me. I was coming through really traumatic work experiences, and I wanted to escape that work style. It wasn't the best idea. Now, me being obedient and operating in my truest talent of marketing, branding, communications, teaching, sharing information, which is what I've always loved to do. I am now in my purpose and I am thriving in that. Now, is it easy? No, absolutely not. It takes daily effort. It takes sacrifice. It takes diligence. It takes failure. But I'm not afraid of those things, right? And so don't make the mistake of saying you're gonna come and open, you know, buy a hotel, but you never in your life worked a day in hospitality, or you gonna open a restaurant, but you've never ever in your life served a customer. You might know how to throw down, but do you know how to train employees? Do you know how to, you know, train customer service? Do you know how to make a drink, right? Those things are really important. So get really industry specific based on your skill set and go crazy in that area, right? And so as I talked about, you know, the Africa Investors Academy, we are really industry specific in this day, because what I've realized is the people that find the most value in our community are people that are great at what they're great at. And now they just need to understand the cultural nuances it takes to essentially migrate that business across the water to the continent of Africa. So industry specific in the areas of tourism, marketing and events, and meetings, connecting people, service-based businesses, teaching, professional development, agribusiness, exporting. Those are the industries that we focus on in the Academy, and also the industries that we're going to be focusing on at the Africa Investors Academy Virtual Summit. That's a tongue twister. That's a name that I might change eventually, y'all, but that is the name of the virtual summit right now, and I love it because it's called The Process, right? It's called The Process, but Africa Investors Academy Virtual Summit is taking place in March. It's gonna be March 15th through the 17th. That's a Friday through the Sunday. It's a 3-day event. We're taking your vision and turning it into action. You're getting actionable steps to be able to make your move, migrate your business, and essentially live a more balanced life on the continent of Africa. We've got experts from all over the continent coming from Ghana, from Tanzania, Kenya, and here in South Africa to teach you about those industry-specific businesses that I spoke of, tourism, and also real estate investing, agribusiness, storytelling, freelancing, and people sharing their actual stories about how they've been able to sustain, as well as the mistakes that they made, right? So don't make the mistake of saying you're gonna go into a whole new industry. Take what you know in the industry that you're in, or at least if you're a people person, go into tourism. If you're a teacher, go into Skillshare. If you're a person that has had a journey or an experience and people ask you questions about it, go into personal or professional development. Look, it's my belief that we should all be entrepreneurs, whether we do it for some weekend cash or we do it full time. We all have a skill to share with the world, and we need to monetize that skill, especially in the times that we're in. So if you have a desire, we'd love to have you at the virtual summit. It is a powerful gathering of like minds, people that are African, based on the continent of Africa, building the continent of Africa through their skills and finding peace as well on the continent of Africa. Because it's not all work. There is a lot of play, there is a lot of joy, there is a lot of love happening. And we want to share that with you. So join us. The link is in the description. Get your tickets to the Africa Investors Academy Virtual Summit taking place March 15th through the 17th. Can't wait to see you there. Until the next video, I'll see you soon.